Okay, everybody, welcome back. We are back from executive session. It is 9:25, and we are moving into open session. With that, go ahead. Brenda. Missing Councilwoman Trevino.
He's getting tea, he's drinking tea.
Okay.
Oh,
All right, well, we've got, I'll give it just a couple seconds. Okay, we were going to go ahead and say it's 9:26, back into open session, and moving on to item 10A. This is an action item, discuss and consider economic development negotiations with a business prospect interested in locating, staying, and expanding in the city limits. Do we have a action?
Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to direct the city manager to continue negotiation as discussed in executive.
Okay, there,
If you could allow me to execute the agreement, I think that's.
yes, discuss and execute the drainage agreement.
Yes.
Is that part, okay, that, there's a
Correct.
motion on the floor by Councilman Leal, there's a second? Second by Councilwoman Hernandez, is there any questions? Hearing none, I'll call for a vote, all in favor, please raise your hand.
Aye.
The motion passes unanimously, thank you very much. Item B, consider an action to approve water easement, roadway easement, and collateral issue agreement between the city of Pearsall and Real Rest LLC for the development of BNC Plaza. This is an action item. I'll ask for a motion
Motion
to,
To discuss or?
to discuss, yeah.
If there's no discussion, I'd like to make a motion to go ahead and direct the city manager in the direction that we discussed in executive.
Second.
okay. There's a motion to approve, to allow the city manager to negotiate the agreements that we discussed in executive session.
Negotiate and enter into, I think.
Negotiate and enter into the agreements as discussed on item 10B. There's a motion by Councilman Leal. There is a second by Councilwoman Hernandez. Calling for any questions. Seeing none, I'll ask for a vote. All in favor, please raise your right hand. Motion passes unanimously. And item 10C, discuss and consider the city manager quarterly evaluation. Do we have any action on that?
I'd like to make a motion to table,
Okay,
since we are going to take the paper with us
Okay.
and discuss at a further date.
very good. There's a motion by Mr. Leal at the table. Do I have a second? There's a second by Councilwoman Trevino. Is there any questions? Seeing none, I'll call for a vote. All in favor of tabling this item, please raise your right hand. Motion passes unanimously. All right, well, folks, we are on item 11. Staff reports. You've got a nice packet there prepared by our police chief, by our municipal judge. We've got, I believe, a library report. We've got a Parks and Recreation Department report, and I do want to commend the chief. I really enjoy your reports, very thorough, a lot of cool stuff in there.
Thanks.
Hector, yours is very good as well. Still reading through yours, city secretary, but guys, there's a lot of information in there, so on the staff reports, do we have any questions from council?
Sir, I do have an update with the permission of the city manager.
Sure. Yeah.
Well, as you know, we applied for a grant last month for less than lethal weaponry. I got notification today that the Criminal Justice Advisory Group went ahead and anticipated an award for the amount asked.
Wow, all right, great, wow. Excitement runs late, even into the long drawn out meeting. Okay, well, if there's no other questions, anybody have a question on any of the other reports? Okay, well then we're going on to item 12A, the March bills. You guys have probably looked through that. Any questions there? Councilman Hernandez?
The what?
The March bills? Okay, all right. Councilwoman Talamantes, anything? Okay. Well, I don't see any reason to tarry any longer, so we'll go on to item 13, general announcements.
Mayor and Council, just real quick, I wanted to hand this out to you because I don't think you received them. As we've discussed, we've been working on bylaws for the Chamber of Commerce. We're hoping to be in the future Chamber of Commerce. These are the bylaws. And the plan is to go ahead, and we've been talking to businesses, kind of spreading the word, but those are, what we're asking the businesses to do is to take a look at this. This is still gonna be business driven. What we mean by that is the people that are serving on this board are gonna be, we hope, business folks, and it's something that we need to counsel. And I think the question has been asked, is what our role is, and quite frankly, what we told folks is our role is to support the chamber and hopefully to help promote business, but in no way are we gonna lead the way, if you will, to who serves on these boards or whatever the case may be.
I have a question. Do as council members, are we allowed to be on the board for the chamber or no?
No,
No?
from my understanding, we couldn't be.
Bobby, is that
It's a private,
Can council members serve on the Chamber of Commerce board? I don't know if that's.
There's no reason why not. It should be, chambers of commerce are typically organized as 501c6s, but it's a separate organization, separate structure, separate board of directors, separate governance, so it's all separate.
But wouldn't you have to abstain when making decisions here about the chamber?
You know,
If you're on the board?
Strangely enough,
No?
the conflict of interest provisions only apply when you're subject to the statute, which means you have a financial interest in the outcome. So the answer to your question is technically no, but perceptually, a lot of people would say, well, yeah, you should because you've got two different, it's not a conflict as much as they would call it a dual loyalties type of argument where who are you serving? Are you serving the nonprofit or are you serving the city? So it's one of those situations that typically, there might be an occasion where the interests are adverse. If the chamber doesn't agree with what the city is doing, that would be such an example. Chamber wants support and the council says no, that would be another example. So, potentially, you run into situations where you feel more comfortable, just abstaining.
All right, any other questions?
Motion to adjourn.
Oh, I'm not quite there yet. I have a general announcement. Do you have something?
Well, real quick, I just want to thank Mr. Reyes and Bianca and Councilors Mondes and Trevino and Gandra for going over to the grand opening of UPS. That's a very nice gesture as businesses begin to grow here in town or coming. I think we, as a council, need to be as supportive as possible. I know you couldn't make it there, but they really appreciated all this meeting there.
very nice.
I did stop by to see him on Monday. Excited to see that. But thank you.
It is encouraging to a business that
It is.
we
It
take
really is.
interest
It really is.
as they come into town.
Thank you guys. Last general announcement, this is the last meeting before our election. And I just wanted to say publicly thank you to Councilwoman Trevino. It's really confusing because you have
I
kind of
know.
Lionel right there, and I'm kind of a visual, so I kept saying, Lionel, you're not. But anyway, Brenda, just God bless you. Thank you for your service to the city. I mean, it's been 6 years. I've enjoyed working with you and appreciate you and Councilman Hernandez. And you're awesome. I really, he's straightforward, he's tough, and so it's been a blessing to the city. And so certainly I'm gonna miss you, and you brought a lot to the council. Just so everybody knows, we're gonna have one full council meeting. We're gonna let these guys sit, and we'll bring in the new electees at the end of the meeting, because we've got some business we need to attend to. So they'll get to sit through one more meeting and let the new folks kind of see what it's like. But anyway, really, really appreciate you guys and worked with you guys when I was on the council previously, and I really have enjoyed this year. So thank you. It's hard to get out there and campaign, and it's a battle, and you get the calls, and you get people can't go to HEB in peace, so.
Or
So-
have a meal in peace.
Yeah, so anyway, God bless you guys. Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
And with that, now I'll move on to item.
Can I make one more announcement? I have to talk to you a little bit, Mayor, I'm sorry, but I promised you. We are having, next Tuesday, we'll be traveling to, a group of us will be traveling to Hondo, to the South Texas Training Center. If any of you have time to make it, I believe the mayor took this up on the offer. If any of you guys have time to make it, somebody from the governor's office, we have, I believe also have somebody from the COG. We have superintendent will be out there. I'm heading out there, Mayor, Commissioner Sunsuna's heading out there. And I believe I'm gonna try to invite a person from Southwest Texas Junior College. But part of the trip, what we're gonna do is look at their training center out there. And we've been talking about this. I know it's been a discussion for quite some time. I believe we met, just real quick, we met 4 or 5 months back with the Workforce Commission. They were looking, at one time, to lease some space, because they were having some issues. I don't know if they resolved issues out there, but the idea is, what we've been talking is having a one-stop shop for training center / workforce development type thing. And I know that I spoke to today, actually, to a guy from Southwest Texas Junior College, and we talked about some things. But anyway, you're invited next Tuesday, 10 o'clock. Whoever wants to make the trip, come up.
With that, moving on to item 14.
Motion to
There's a
adjourn.
motion to adjourn. There is a second by Councilman Hernandez, and everybody said, we're in favor. Aye, okay. Thank you, and see you guys again soon.
Thank you.